In this video, I want to take a look at how GigoShop handles product attributes or options, as they might be called. It is a little bit complicated, but fairly flexible. Let's see how exactly it works. So we're going into our blue soup bowl. Now let's say, for example, I've got a soup bowl style and it has multiple colors. Let's just change our title right now. And we're going to call this Wide Rim Soup Bowl, because that's a distinguishing feature of it. And then it's going to have multiple colors. I'm going to update that. Now, one of the things you would want to do, now that I've made that change, by the way, is notice in my permalink, it still says Blue Soup Bowl. Now, this is before we're actually launching. You wouldn't want to change this after you've launched your store, but right now, for our purposes, I just want to change this here just so that we keep it consistent. In case you ever do something like this, remember to change the permalink, again, while you're starting out, not after you've got your shop going, because somebody will have linked to that permalink, perhaps. Okay, so it's a wide rim soup bowl, and I have multiple colors to it. Now you go here under product data, and attributes seems like a place where you might do this. Okay, so you want to add an attribute here, let's say. So you go and add this and you say, oh, okay, I guess it's a color. It says display on product page. Well, yes, I want to do that. And let's say our colors are blue, green, and purple. Okay, so that seems to have been set there. I don't have to do anything else except, of course, update. Very, very important. So let's go over to our product here in our shop. And we'll go to our now it says wide rim soup bowl. As we do, we want to look at the details of it now. And I look and I see, well, I'm not quite sure where it's got our colors. I can't seem to choose colors, right? Well, what's actually happened is, see this tab down here? That's been added now. And there, it's really additional information. It's an attribute, but we're just sort of describing it. We're just saying, here's an attribute for it. So on the face of it, this attribute function isn't exactly what we wanted. Although now we've got an idea of maybe I could add a features list here, for example, and add a whole bunch of different attributes. Is it dishwasher safe? Is it all these other things? Although you might want to have those in the description, so not totally sure why this additional information is necessary, perhaps, but you could have a long list of specifications, I suppose. Say you had an electronics product and you had all these specifications. Anyway, that's how you can use attributes in one way, but really what we want is to have the choice of which color product I want. That takes a little more doing. You want to start over here under Products, and you go to Attributes. Now again, this feels a little counterintuitive at first, but this is how it works. We're now adding an attribute that can be used by any product whatsoever. Okay, so you want to think carefully about this. I'm going to call this attribute label Color, of course. I don't have to worry, the slug, it will just automatically create the word color. So I add my attribute, and there it is, color. So let's go in and let's re-edit this. I didn't change that while I was looking at it. So what we're doing right now, when I clicked edit, what I'm actually changing now is I'm adding colors to the possibilities here. So let's say we add blue, okay, and I'd have no parent for it, and I just add a new color. So now what we're doing is we have an attribute called color, and we're adding different types to it. Okay, so now I'm going to add green. Now at this point, I don't know which colors I'm going to need necessarily, because this is for any product, not just my bowls here, which have 3 colors. So let's put in red, let's say, and we'll add another one. We need purple, of course. Let's add purple, and finally, let's do orange, just so we have something to look at later. I'll show you why we're doing that. All right. Now, the next thing I want to do, go back to my attributes. So now you can see color, and there's all the different types there are. Okay. Now, this is very important here. The type here says select. And in fact, I don't want to have select. I'll show you why in a second here. Now I'm going to edit attribute itself. I can't change the label. If I do that, I'm going to really mess things up. So I don't change that, but I can change the attribute type. And multi-select means I can choose different ones, not just one at a time. So I'm going to save my attribute. Now, let's go back to our products, and I'll find my wide rim soup bowl. Now when I go to attributes down here, okay, so I'm going to add an attribute. Now, this is where it gets a bit confusing. It's like, no, wait a minute. I don't want to add an attribute. I want to choose from my color attributes that I've already set up. This is where you actually have to go in. I'm going to remove this. And I'm actually going to go and remove this other color one too, because I don't need that additional information anymore. Now what I do is I go to General and I choose Variable. Now I'm using a product type called Variable. And notice my pricing has disappeared. In another video, I'm going to continue showing you how these variations work because as you can see, it's a little bit complex and you want to follow all the steps. So we'll continue that with the JigoShop variations.